Dairy farmers in the north of England have been reaching out to consumers in Middlesbrough and Sheffield to help shoppers discover dairy. Under the banner "Every pint is precious", the National Farmers Union has been using labelling guidelines to inform the public about buying British dairy products, particularly value-added items. This is in response to discounting milk within the domestic supply chain and a global slump in prices over the past year.
Well, obviously now in farming we are working in a world marketplace and some things are beyond our control, but what we're here for today is we're on the streets of Sheffield urging consumers to look for British demand, look for British dairy products, so that can boost demand, and we want to show the processors and the retailers, who sometimes we work pretty well with, that there is demand for British products, and not just liquid milk but also British butter, British yoghurts and British cheese.
What we're talking about is we know that people by and large are buying British milk in terms of your liquid milk. What they're less aware of is that a lot of the added value products like butter, cheese, yoghurts, those can include a lot of imported milk. So the message of what we've been doing today is really getting them to look for that when they're in the shop. So really look for the Red Tractor particularly, but also the Union Jack, and we've also been just giving them some tips for reading labels so they can be absolutely sure what they're buying has got British milk in it.
We started being a dairy farm 1947. In those times, pint of beer, pint of milk, loaf of bread, all the same value to customers. Over the years, milk's always been used as a loss leader all the time, so people have got used to paying a very low price for milk, and it's sort of really now come to the crunch that it just doesn't stack up anymore. The supermarkets are finding it difficult to raise the price, and without being able to do that, it's just there's not enough money to be passed down the chain. You know?
How important is that price insulation you get from, say, an ice cream, where you control the product and where it goes and the marketing of it? How important has that been to your operation?
I mean, it's been absolutely vital, really. We diversified into ice cream in 2007 because the milk was just kind of really hard work to sell. People were going to the supermarkets and stopping having delivered to the doorstep. And I think the thing is, we were probably as guilty just for not promoting it very well. We started doing the ice cream, we did the ice cream as our cow molly ice cream, we rebranded the milk because people were saying, where do you get your milk from? Even on our dairy farm with all the cows, so it was, because the milk was called Hector & Co, after my granddad. So it was all rebranded our cow molly milk, and then we sort of really, just through talk to people, realised that how long it takes to get milk from a dairy cow to the supermarket shelves.
You were up in Millsbrough yesterday. Was that a success?
Yeah, it was. I think you can tell by looking here today that there's strong support for British dairy farming. We've got some great cheeses and yoghurts and ice cream here today. Even though it's a pretty rubbish day, the consumers are still really enjoying it, and everyone you talk to really wants to get behind British farming and back it and buy our products.
We still do supply any milk that we don't sell directly to our customers that goes in the milk tanker, and at the moment we're in the same boat as the other farmers. You know, we're losing money on a daily basis. It just makes me feel really bad for the other farmers that 100% of their milk goes away in the tankers, because it's just a real desperate situation for them. You know, their children that are the same age as mine and that, you know, you're wanting to pass the farm on to them, but it's how can you possibly do it, you know, in the current situation?
The whole supply chain has got to work together. Farmers have got to make sure that their cost of production is right, and if they can do that, they can produce milk efficiently and for the right price. That's important. We then also need to make sure that the processors are paying a fair price, and then also on the retailer side, it's great to see some of the retailers with the cost price plus models, the likes of Sainsbury's and Tesco's, working directly with farmers. We need to do more of that in the future, and make sure that all dairy farmers get a fair price for the milk, and that's how they can keep going.